Welcome back, folks, to Solve for X, the podcast where we solve life's most complicated financial puzzles, sprinkle in some humor, and hopefully leave you a little better off and a lot less stressed. I'm your host, Jeff Gaudette, and today we're diving into the wild, wonderful world of lifestyle design and why you need to audit your financial reality before you wake up one day asking, wait, how did I get here? Now, if you're hearing lifestyle design and thinking, oh no, this is going to involve yoga retreats and some guy named Chad telling me to journal more, don't worry, we're going to keep this practical, relatable, and maybe even a little bit funny because let's face it, auditing your finances can be about as fun as watching paint dry. I'll try to make it fun, I promise. All right, let's start with the big question. What in the world is lifestyle design? Sounds kind of fancy, right? Like something you'd see in a glossy magazine next to articles about green smoothies and minimalism, but really it's just a buzzword for taking control of your life. Instead of going with the flow and letting life's expenses and random habits dictate your direction, you become the architect. Picture it like this. Your life's a house. Do you want to build it on a foundation of random Amazon purchases and impulse buys? Or do you want to intentionally design something solid and sustainable? That's what we're about to start talking about. Choosing the kind of life you want to live and building your finances around it, not the other way around. I know we all want the Pinterest perfect life where we're sipping lattes on the beach, working remotely, and somehow becoming super fit without ever going to the gym. But real lifestyle design is about figuring out what you actually value. And spoiler alert, it's not always the six-pack abs in the beach house. It might be simply having more time with your family, traveling, starting a side hustle, or heck, even just getting in 8 hours of sleep regularly. Here's the thing. Before you can design that dream lifestyle, though, you've got to know where you're starting from, and that means it's time to face the music and audit your financial reality. If you're like most people, this might sound as appealing as going to the dentist, but trust me, it's the foundation of everything we're going to be talking about moving forward, so it's important. Think of it like trying to get in shape. You wouldn't just start running a marathon without first figuring out how you can get around the block, right? Auditing your finances is the same deal. You've got to know what you're working with. Income, where's it coming from? Expenses, where are you spending your money? Debts, savings, all that jazz, right? Otherwise, you're just winging it. And unless you're just some kind of financial wizard, which, hey, if you are, I'd love to talk to you, winging it usually leads to stress, bad decisions, and possibly eating cereal for dinner a little too often. Here's the kicker. Once you've got a clear picture of where you stand, you can start tweaking things to start designing the life you actually want and start building some financial discipline and building that financial discipline muscle a little bit. It's not about making more money, though that's always nice. It's about making your money work for the life that you're trying to build. Now, before we dive into the nuts and bolts of how to audit your finances, let me just say this. Auditing your financial reality can be kind of funny if you can laugh at yourself. And trust me, you might discover things like, wow, I spent $500 on coffee last quarter, or apparently I'm still paying for that gym membership I've used once. And hey, no judgment. I too have funded some local restaurant chains. You can pull me aside and talk to me after about which ones, and trust me, their food's delicious. I had a client once, let's just call him Steve, who realized after his audit that he was subscribed to 12 different streaming services. Steve, buddy, how many of those shows can you possibly watching at once? And before you laugh, think about it. How many subscriptions do you have that you've totally forgotten about? Go ahead, check your phone. I'll wait. You see, this stuff adds up, and you know what? It's okay. We all have financial blind spots. The important part is to find them and fix them. This is where lifestyle design gets real. You cut out the expenses that don't fit your vision, and you put that money towards something that does. Maybe instead of paying for 4 streaming services, you want to save for a family vacation, or you want to put a little extra towards your retirement. The audit isn't about shaming yourself. It's about getting honest, laughing a little bit at your past choices and mistakes, and then trying to make better ones. Once you get started, just like anything else, I promise it gets easier, and I dare say gets a little bit fun as well. All right, let's get practical. How do you audit your financial reality in 3 simple steps? Step 1, Track everything just for a short amount of time, and it becomes systematic. Get all of your financials in one place: income, expenses, debts, savings, investment. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even good old-fashioned pen and paper if you're feeling retro. The goal is to see where your money is coming from and where it's going. Step 2, identify your what the blank expenses. This is where Steve and his streaming services come in. Go through your expenses and ask yourself, do I even use this? Do I even like this? You'd be surprised how much money leaks out on things you don't even care about. Cancel, cut back, redirect those funds to something that fits your lifestyle design. Step 3, audit your budget to reflect your values. Now that you know where you're at, you can start making changes. Is this something you want more of in your life, like travel, education, or time with family? Start redirecting your money towards those things. It's like Marie Kondoing your finances. Keep what sparks joy and ditch the rest. Lifestyle design isn't about having a perfect life. It's about living a life that feels intentional and meaningful to you. And the first step is getting real about your finances. So this week, I challenge you to do a little audit. Track where your money is going. Laugh at yourself when you find out how much you spent on coffee. Seriously, it's a rite of passage. And then start tweaking your financial habits to match your vision. If you need help figuring all that out, that's why I'm here. You can reach out anytime. I'd love to help you and answer any questions you have about your audit and your financial reality and start designing the life that you want. Thanks for tuning in, folks, to Solve for X. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, share it with a friend who needs to hear it, and leave a review. I'm Jeff, reminding you that designing your life starts with auditing your finances. Catch you next time.